Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is David, and in this video I'm going to show you how to play the game Locus, a so-called flip and write. We're going to flip cards. Those all have different tetris shapes, and you're going to fill them in your sheet. You can place them in 5 different areas, do all score on their own way, and whoever has the most points at the end of the game, of course, is the winner. So please let me show you how it's played. Locus is for 2 up to 5 players, although there is a solo mode also. Although it's a flip and write, there's no pen or pencil included, so you have to use one of your own. Each player will get 1 score sheet. We have the start player token that goes to the starting player, and then we're basically ready to start. You shuffle the deck of shapes, and then you're going to flip over a number of cards equal to the number of players plus 1. So say we're playing with 2 players, then we open up 3 cards. And then the first player, of course, has the first pick of what card to take. Your score sheet has 5 different colored areas. If you take the red card, you're gonna fill in this shape in one of the red areas. If you take the green one, you have to cross this shape off in the green area, of course. If you pick a card that has all colors, you can choose in whichever area you want to place this shape. As a starting player, I might want to take this one because this one has the most spaces, 5 of them, so I choose this card. And then I have to check off this symbol in the red area, and you must use the entire shape. You can't use only a part of it. There's a player aid because you can rotate or flip the cards as you want. And here's a short reference of how the symbol would look if you mirror it, just in case. So in this case, I'm gonna fill in this shape. Maybe over here, so like this. And now I have crossed off a coin symbol, so I will get 1 coin. All players start with already 1 coin, and now I have 2 coins available, and I'll tell you what those coins do in a minute. So that was my card. Now the next player has less to choose. Maybe he'll take this one, and this card has the coin symbol on the card itself, so whoever picks this card will also gain 1 coin anyway. And then that player will cross off this shape in the green area. As you can see, some spaces have a bold lining. That means you have to start in this area within that space. So when taking this green card, I have to make sure at least one of the 3 parts is in the bold lining area, but from now on I can place any shape adjacent to at least one part of a previous crossed off shape. Only the red area has no bold lines. You can start wherever you want, and all areas will score points on their own way. In the yellow one you will start at the bottom, but you will only score points if you've completely filled up a row. You need to start at the bottom. If you get this one filled at the end of the game, you will score 8 points. But you might also want to start going up first, and then trying to totally fill up the top rows, because the top row will score you 12 points. And you will score each row individually at the end of the game if it's fully marked off. The same is with the blue area, only then you're gonna go as high as you want, and you don't need to complete the row. And you don't need to complete a row to go up. So this one would be nice, and if you can get all the way to the top, you will score 50 points. In the red one, you simply want to complete the shapes. These 2 will score you 12 points, this one 14 points, and this one 16 points. In the green area, you start from the middle and you try to score all those exits, because each exit you reach will score you 8 points. And finally, we have the purple one. Here you want to try to connect the bold squares with each other using the shapes, because the more squares you connect to each other, the more points you will score at the end of the game. So those are your options. Then you also see some symbols in the fields. I already showed you the coin symbol that will score you a coin when you cross it off. If you cover up a square with a shape, then you can use that shape on your scoring sheet. You cannot split them, they have to be together, but you can place them in the corresponding area. So for instance, if I take this card and I will use it over here, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now I have crossed off a double red symbol, so I can place 2 marks in the red area. I cannot split them, so I cannot use it over here. but maybe I can place it over here. Now I score the green bonus, so I can check off 2 spaces in green. I'll place it over here. And now I've crossed one single square, but it is in a color that I want. So I can choose anywhere. I will do over here, because then again I will score one single square somewhere, and I will use it also in this area, because now I have completed this area. So with a little tactic or luck, whatever you want to call it, you can start chaining up some actions. And then it's finally time to tell you what you can do with the coins you collect. For 1 coin, you can use the shape you've took in the color that you want. So if I got this green card, but I really want to go up in blue, so I want it to be blue, I can check off 1 coin, and then I can say, well, this green is now blue, so I can use it in the blue area. Hey, and now I score another coin right away. So I have to check off 1 coin, but I get 1 in return from using it over here. For 2 coins, you get 2 wilds, and you can use them separately. So of course I'm going to use one over here to complete this exit. That's already 8 points. And with the other one I'm going to fill up this gap, because that's not going to be filled otherwise. And that will cost me 2 coins. And for 3 coins, you can buy the card that's left. Because you have 1 more card in the offer than there were players. So once every player has picked a card, 1 card will remain. For 3 coins, and all players can do this, you can use this card as well. And then when everybody's done, all cards get discarded. You flip up new cards. Flip over. The starting token goes to the player to the left. And that player has the first pick for the second round. By the way, when it's your turn, you can mark off over here your turn, so you can keep track in which round we are. So when we're playing with 2 players, we're playing 8 rounds, 5 rounds with 3 players, 4 rounds with 4, or only 3 rounds with 5 players or more. So you cross this off anytime you are the starting player and taking your turn. And once the rounds are done, of course, we're gonna calculate our scores. You score all your areas separately. And then, as a bonus, each player will score their lowest scoring area again. And then whoever has the most points is the winner. There's no tiebreaker, so should there be a tie, you have to share the victory or play another round. And then there's also a solo mode, but that's just simply scoring as high as possible. In that case, you remove the top card of the deck, then you flip over 2 cards, you pick one, and the other you can buy using your coins, just as in a 2-player game, and then both cards get discarded. You remove the top card of the deck, you open up 2 cards, and so on and so on. So you're basically playing a 2-player version, only the 3rd card gets discarded before you can even see what it is. But that is how you play a game of Locus. Pretty straightforward flip and write using Tetris shapes in 5 different areas. If you have any questions about this game, please feel free to ask them in the comments below. My name is David, thank you for watching and hope to see you next time.